So my experience, and I tried to talk to ChatGPT about it, and ChatGPT said,
wait.
It said, don't generalize. Not all. I know that, but
you talked to ChatGPT about women?
So What's going on? I'm Jericho, and this is Zap. We are Banded Future, the 6-time international award-winning pop-hip-hop duo. We make music that's fun and easy for everyone to listen to with a sound that's uniquely Californian. And you are now tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we listen to, well, we don't listen. We listen to each other talk, but we talk about that are interesting and that are straight up ridiculous. And so before we start, please get like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with two people that have a hard time communicating with the opposite gender. I think this would be interesting to talk about. So I have a theory, there are many that exist, about
got a theory, brother?
Why men and women don't get the communicating down all the way, where there's like a rift in it. And I just want to get your opinion on it. But first off, Master Zap, have you had instances where communication between a female was just a little more complicated than you anticipated?
Is this multiple choice? Is all the time an answer?
Ding, ding, ding. That is the only answer. You're correct. All right.
Yeah, pretty much constantly. I mean,
Tell it like it is, brother.
I have a lot of skills and talents. Understanding the mind of the woman is not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is, I mean, that's very common. I guess perspective it's just the difference between men and women, and the way they think and the way they process things and all that. But as far as a particular instance, I don't know. This is the only thing that's come to mind because it's like literally happened yesterday.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was a gender thing or what. So I was talking to this girl, or texting this girl, and I sent there's a new emoji with like a squiggly smile, and like the eyes are like. So let's just use that as an example before I go any further. Okay. What do you think that emoji is?
A squiggly smile with eyes that are like.
Have you?
I have not seen it.
Seen it? Let's see if I can pull it up, because this is a great example.
Would you describe the smile as smarmy?
As what?
Smarmy.
Smarmy? What?
Smarmy.
What does that mean?
Well, I know how to use it. I know what it means.
Say it again.
Smarmy.
Smarmy?
Oh man! All right, I gotta look it up. Yeah.
I don't believe that's a real word.
Ingratiating and wheedling in a way that is perceived as insincere. What?
You can't define a word with other words that I don't understand.
Yeah. But basically, it's like instance, like you didn't mean it. Like, oh yeah, I won't eat the last cookie. Smarmy smile, and then it's like a lie, and that's the idea.
I don't think that's a word.
I just looked it up. They use it a lot in like old cartoons.
What is with your vocabulary these days? You're just pulling out words that like nobody says.
I say them. That's all that matters. But I haven't seen this emoji.
How do you spell it?
Smart S. This is the topic now.
It is, man.
S-A-R-M-Y.
I gotta draw the line somewhere. These words you keep dropping.
Like an army with sm in front of it.
Smarmy?
Yes.
No way. S-M-A.
The light cut off. I didn't like it so much. Yeah, dude.
S-M-A.
S-M-A-R-M-Y.
I'm gonna come back to this because we're doing too many things at once.
All right.
But this is the face.
Yeah, that's exactly smarmy.
So what other than a weird word like smarmy, which I
Okay,
still don't
sure.
believe, what emotion does this give you?
I've never made that face, so it's kind of tough to say. But you're oddly winking. Like, so what do you think? Like maybe insinuating something.
Okay.
That's all I would. I don't make that face, but it looks
My
it looks pleasant.
my opinion was that it's some kind of like drunk face or just kind of like woozy,
Oh,
which is at least close to what you said.
sure.
I googled the face. The first thing that came up was woozy face. Anyway,
Maybe I.
I sent this emoji to this girl, and she said, "What's that face?" And I said, "It's a woozy face." She's like, "Oh no, that's the shocked face." And I'm like, "No, the shocked face is different with the eyes and the mouth wide open, and it's shocked." She's like, "No, that's the shocked face." And we went back and forth
It's kind of like pointless, right?
for a good while about, and she would not relent that that's the woozy face. Was that a good example of
I
your
mean,
topic?
sure. I wanted to go more along the lines of just when we're communicating kind of what we need to be effective or somewhat. I think that's more what I was thinking. But
Are you trying
no,
to get all deep with it?
that's an example of like just interpretation, but like this interpretation that it's not important. But
Yes.
okay, I think that actually does line up with it. So my experience, and I tried to talk to Chat GPT about it, and Chat GPT said, "Don't."
Wait.
It said, "Don't generalize. Not all." I know that. I know that, but
You
you have
talked
to.
to Chat GPT about women?
So yeah, and I was just like, "What do you think?" And it's like, "Don't generalize about anyone." I said,
And
"That's
they gave
fair."
you advice?
It gave me its opinion, I suppose. I said, "Thank you, ma'am." I don't know who's talking and who represents the AI thing, but basically, my position is that from people when I talk to like my mom, my sister, my female friends, they ask me these questions and they're so detailed. I'm like, what is going on with these questions, right? Kevin Hart has a really good skit, which is it kind of exemplifies this. He's going out and his girl's like, "Where you going?" "I don't know." "Who you going with?" "I don't know." "What you gonna do?" "I don't know." "You're gonna eat?" "Maybe. I'm hungry." Like he goes through all this kind of stuff, right? And she asks all these questions, and then when she goes out, he's like, "All right, babe, see you later." "Don't you want to know where I'm going?" "Nah." Like all these things. So it's like I believe that this is true. Women need more details. They need more information in general compared to guys. And I was like, I think because the women that I know all ask a million questions about everything, no matter how significant it is. And they'll do the research about things like a smile that is a shock to us. You know what I found out? Actually, it's neither one of those. It's 1934. It's like, okay, wow, I really didn't care. I wanted to, say something to you. But my theory behind it, because no one would verify this on the internet, but I do think it has to do with the fact that women have kids and they get pregnant, and so just based off of the decision they have to make, they have such long-term implications when they make a decision that they need to take into consideration everything before they do. And that's just a really weird way to say that they need details. They need, because it's like, what? Because this is an important thing. Where we're just like, well, guys make kids. It's like we're out and we did it, yay, and we're done. So we don't have that need to know everything because of that. That's my unscientific, unprofessional, unlicensed opinion. And Bandit Future and the Lifestyle Circus podcast does not endorse the statements made by the people on the Lifestyle Circus podcast. But that's what I'm thinking, because I can't think of any other reason if I want to make a blanket explanation.
Basically, you're saying it's biological.
Yeah. And that's just because I don't know too many guys that ask that many questions. That's just it. And most women that I know ask all the questions like, well, what's the difference? What's a very marked difference between us? Well, they get pregnant, and their decision has this long, because they're going, okay, if I get pregnant, then after 9 months of uncomfort, I have to have the baby, then I have to get the baby ready for life. All these things happen, and guys can just go, boom, baby, just make another one. Like that's it. So different biological mentality, basically. That's what I think.
I see. I'm sure that's probably wrong.
Yeah,
but, it's yeah. I mean, we're just wired differently. I don't know.
Have you ever had to explain something that you've never in your life thought of, and
Well,
then
that's the thing too. I didn't grow up with a lot of women. I only had brothers, and then my mother did drive me nuts. Probably because of that. Oh, you know what it was? It wasn't the questioning. It was doing things a particular way, and if it's not that way, that's a woman thing. Like nothing can deviate from the way I like it and the way we do things.
Dude.
And if you add one little thing or take one little thing away, it's gonna be consequences.
Right?
That's what I remember.
Okay. Yeah. Because I live with my sister, and she does a lot of things that I'm like, that's interesting. But one that she's never told me that I just realized, we have a shoe rack downstairs. You take your shoes off when you come in. That's fine. But what I started to notice was that I would have 3 pairs of shoes on the shoe rack, right? Now I own more than 3 pairs of shoes. So then I'd pick a 4th pair to wear, and I'd leave. When I'd come back to put my shoes that I'm wearing on the shoe rack, I noticed I only have 2 pairs of shoes on the shoe rack, and 1 pair has been put in my room because for some reason she has decided we can only have 3 pairs of shoes on this rack at all times.
Well,
and it can't be any different.
Yeah.
It can't be any different. And I'm like,
that's the new rule, man. 3 shoe maximum.
That's what. Right.
Is there space for more shoes?
Way more space.
Wait a minute. Does she have more shoes on the shoe rack than 3 shoes?
No, she does not.
Oh, okay. Well, at least she follows her own rules.
She does. She's not being hypocritical, but it's just one of those things I never would have thought of. And I don't understand what that is, but
maybe it's like you need space for the shoes of your guest. And
how many people in the last year besides you have come over my house? I'll leave it right there, bro. I'll leave it right there.
Well, I appreciate the consideration. Because every time I come, I have a place to put my shoes. And if there was a 4th shoe there, then I'd be offended.
Yeah.
I'd leave a nasty Yelp review.
Yes.
About your house.
I'm pretty sure she would, if that ever happened, she would. You should do that. Find a way to leave us a bad Yelp review, specifically about that. You should cry for 3 days, man. Or not, but yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah, so that's definitely that has to be this way. It just has to be. And I want you to know. I want you to know this without me telling you. So that's exactly it. Like, she never said that it's going to be 3, but I just have to deduce. I have to figure out that it's only 3 and no more. So that is how she rolls. So yes.
Is she a subscriber? Is this going to be her new favorite video?
I'm not going to make any. I'm going to say no, but she'll check it out. She'll tell her coworkers to check it out.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, men and women are different. We're going to talk about it till the end of time, but just like, it never loses that why. Like, why is it so? Why is this hard to do? Why is it so hard to do? In theory, it's like, this makes sense. We should just do this and we'll fix everything, and it just doesn't seem to work. So anyway, this has been another fantastic episode of the Laughter Circus podcast. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this video with people that just don't understand the opposite sex. So basically everyone that you know. We'll make it. We'll make it as a species together.
Yeah, man.
You got problems, just, I'll solve them. Ice, ice, baby.
I'm going to stop the recording.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs!